official. The butterflies are starting to hit. I'm here waiting for them to open up the gates for us at Road America. First time ever here with Sportbike Track Time. Got the bike pretty much where I want it to be. Not a whole lot of changes since Blackhawk Farms a couple weeks ago. The only thing I did try to do is add a safety wired tether for a GoPro 8 to hopefully put on the back of the bike. We're gonna see if that works out. Outside of that, everything else is the same. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I've been nervous the last 2 days. I really shouldn't be that nervous, but this big boy track scares me a little bit. But I don't know, I've just been coming here for, God, it's like 20 years now. Most of it as a spectator. I just love this place, so looking forward to getting out there. I think this seems good enough for government work.
What's that? Yeah. Thank you. I like this. Yeah. That's pretty. That's some pretty. That's some pretty like that's wire, dude.
I did a bad one where I cracked the plastic, so I went all metal on this one.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
God, I can't knock you for having yourself tethered up here. No one's gonna get you on there.
Can you hit your brake? Can you hit your brake lever? Nice. Good safety.
That's a good spot right there.
Morning.
Say, I just want to take a peek at your GoPro.
Yeah.
I have a 9, but mine is not a GoPro. It's a no pro today. It's a no go.
Well,
How did you get that wired on the
I'll
pass?
show you, because I actually
Oh.
bought this one yesterday. Why is yours a no-go? It's not working?
No, because I don't have the safety
I got
wire.
safety wire with me, if you want it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't, you know,
I mean,
I don't know
if
how
you have
to
a...
do it.
Well, we can give it a shot.
Lunchtime and 4 sessions are done, and I am catching my right foot on the damn ground, and it's not good, which means my foot position's way out. I've done it like 3 freaking times now. I don't know, I gotta knock that off. I got 3 more sessions today. I gotta get my foot off the ground. pretty significant differences between how MotoVid runs in operation and how Sportbike Track Time runs it. And I gotta say, I think I prefer MotoVids for Blackhawk Farms, but when it comes to Road America, it's not even close. It should be like Sportbike Track Time does it here. It needs to be 20-minute sessions. 15-minute sessions isn't near enough. Not at Road America. You don't even have enough time to really you want to get the tires heated up. And by the time you do that, you've got 2 laps left to go. 20 minutes is enough. We lost our... We actually lost the entirety of our 3rd session for well, I think one person crashed and then a control rider crashed going out on cold tires right away. So yeah, I didn't really have a 3rd session. I don't know, I locked it up coming into Canada Corner because I'm spending too much of my time looking at how to get my right foot set up on there. It didn't freak me out or anything. I locked the rear. Well, I was just more pissed off at myself for doing it. So I have to stop doing that. I'm getting more used to actually being able to slide the tire, or if it does happen, it's not making me piss my pants like it used to. Not that I want it to happen, especially if I'm not trying to make it happen, but it is getting windy, so I've got my 2 25-pound weights tied to the trailer, tied to the cooler. I'm somebody who worries about too much shit as it is. Don't want to worry about this goddamn tent just taking off on me. I think, I don't know, there's 15 more minutes left in lunch, but I think there's like a body positioning little training session, which I need to go to now. Actually, I should throw my shit back on. I don't want to put it back on yet because it's full of sweat. But I should go do that because my right foot's in the wrong spot. Extremely useful to go to that session. Got some one-on-one, just show me where my foot's supposed to be. Now it's going to be one thing to feel that, and then one thing to do it in practice. But it's the first time somebody's actually put my foot in the right spot on a peg. So I never had that to go off of before, so... let's finish this track day video up because I almost just killed myself. The trailer was always going to be more dangerous than the motorcycle. I am so bad at backing it up, and it's not helping that they're ripping up the water mains, and it's not helping that my driveway is on a gradient. But I ended up with the trailer like right here. You can actually maybe see where it was, and it was so fucked up, and I was like, maybe I could just unhook it and push it up. Well, I don't know, maybe I thought that I could do that, push it up a gradient. It doesn't look like much, but this is a hill that with my 225-pound deadlift, I was just gonna push a 900-pound trailer up. So that didn't work, so then the fucking thing just went and slammed right into the license plate. So I ran up here, because it was actually sitting there. I was afraid it was gonna go right through it. Grabbed 2 rubber wedges, put them underneath the tires, and I ended up pulling forward a little bit, and I got lucky as hell, and the coupler dropped right onto the ball. Took it around once, and then I backed it in perfectly. It's like, oh, why didn't I just do that from the beginning? So whatever. Looking back on this this track day, I really enjoyed how Sportbike Track Time does Road America with the 3 different groups. 20 minutes is enough. 15 minutes isn't enough. If I had the opportunity to pick Motovid with the 4 sessions, or Sportbike Track Time there with the 3 sessions, I would do it. And the other thing that I think Sportbike Track Time did extremely well was how they break it up into, so I was in a novice class, and they basically broke it up into 7 different groups based on your experience level, and they put me, there's basically like 2, they call them like the veterans one, so they didn't have to go to all the classes, which was really neat. And then the one that I was in, and then the one that then like 2 groups with people that had not ever been on a track before. And they kind of set paces based on that, and I thought that was really great. The other thing that I thought was awesome is because you get more one-on-one time. Just it felt more comfortable to speak to the control rider, whereas I never at Motovid it was kind of it just seemed more informal. And I'm just saying this because I think there's some things to be learned about how this one went, and I was more comfortable just going up and asking Jeff a couple different things about whatnot. The thing that they did awesome was, I think after the 4th session, was they had everybody come over, and they had 2 bikes, and they put you on the bike, and they were showing you where your body position needed to be. And this was so useful for me because I stayed after a little bit, and I was asking because I was having major issues with my right foot. And a lot of these issues come from me not being able to brake 17 years of using the rear brake, and I'm getting the rear foot in the wrong spot. Well, I was ripping up the toe slider on my boot, which sucked, and I was making a cognizant effort constantly to not hit my toe on it. And it upset the rear a couple times because you hit your toe and it lifts the rear up, and it's kind of scary when it happens. And if Keith Code wouldn't twist the wrist, you got $10 of attention that you can use. I was putting 5 of my dollars into getting my right foot in the right spot, and I just kept fucking it up, and I wasn't sure where to put it, because somebody can tell you, you can read it in a book, you can see pictures, but until somebody grabs your foot and says, put it there, then you're going to want to tuck it in like this. After that session, the 2nd lap out was when I finally hit my knee on the ground. That's what it took. I could do all the reading that I want. That type of personal interaction, and actually somebody who knows what they're talking about, grabbing your arm or grabbing your leg, putting it on the peg and showing you that's where it's supposed to be, instead of me guessing. I don't know, that was invaluable. I have to break out of this rear brake usage. It's so hard for me to get out of it, because when I am braking with just the front, it does feel slightly different, but I have to do it, and I'm too late in where I'm positioning my right foot, which is why my right turns are all terrible and my left turns are so much more comfortable. The front tire wear looks awesome. Like these Metzlers, I love these. These are M7RRs. These have 4 track days on them now, and I'm not going to change them because they're still great. That stock shock, you can see on here, it doesn't look great because it's got a ton of trailing edge wear. Like the front looks nice and tortured, the rear just, well, you get big smooth spots and it's all wrecked up here, and then it's just nice and smooth. So well, that new shock, once that comes in, once I get the suspension set up, once I get the shock back, these things stick like nobody's business. And these aren't even like, you know, the high tier of dot tires that you can buy. So these tires are going to be, I won't hit their limit within a decade. So I don't know. I love it. Looking forward to going back to Road America. Unfortunately, I got, oh shit, it's like a month and a half. Then I get 2 days at Blackhawk. Well, that's long enough for this one. This thing ran like an absolute top. What a beast. The 2001 SV650. This thing is awesome. Carbureted, everything works fine. I am going to look at doing one thing besides the shock, and that is I do want to replace the air filter. I've got another one. I actually want to grab two. I want to grab a second one. I want to see what de-snorkeling it does. I want to have a clean one without it de-snorkeled, and then I want to have one, a new clean one that I de-snorkel. And then I was at boxing last week, and it was like 6:30 p.m. and I'm in the class, and all of a sudden below, the floor below, I hear, I'm like, motherfucker, that's a dyno. Well, it turns out there's a motorcycle shop right below it. So I need to go talk to those guys. I want to go to a dyno. I'm not going to have any money if I keep this up, but I don't know. If you watch this far, thanks for watching.